Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater. Harlock, Alec, and Morrigan hung out with Periphery in the Darkwood Village, and were convinced to help liberate the gnomes allegedly held in forced labor in Northport. Once in the city, they headed to the bar to gather information, then to the nearby factories to figure out their next move. Our other heroes solved several of the hidden temple riddles, and moved closer to the Great Crystal in Kelnar. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
Alright guys, you guys enter room 5. On Kelnar in the wall, Ramses reads out loud. It cannot be seen, cannot be felt, cannot be heard, cannot be smelt. Hide behind stars and under hills, empty holes it fills.
Alright, I'm gonna get that one more time. Yeah.
It cannot be seen, cannot be felt, cannot be heard, cannot be smelt. Hide behind stars and under hills, empty holes it fills.
Yeah, it's gotta be darkness.
Yeah, I think it's darkness.
Yeah, definitely darkness.
Alright, so at this point you guys will realize you guys have been in a bunch of closed 8x8 chambers. Unless you have dark vision or some way to cast light, you'll be surrounded by mostly darkness anyway. Unless you have dark vision or low light vision, you'll be able to see.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, so that's how you can see.
And then Mortiga, I have low light or dark vision as a hobgoblin.
Okay.
But I'm Ramsey, so I'm seeing through her body.
Alright, so after you guys have been here for a while and the door's fully closed and it's completely dark, you can use anyone that has dark vision will be able to see the outline of a door.
Okay, I see it.
Roll some perception.
Yes. Do I need to roll?
Yeah.
Do we need to roll perception if we have dark vision?
You guys can see it, and if anyone can cast darkness, you can open it. I'll go and tell you that to spoil the riddle, but...
I mean, I cast darkness.
Alright. Oz cast darkness, you guys are able to open the door. On to room 6. That was way easier.
How many rooms are there?
11.
11? Okay.
In room 6, Ramses reads aloud the words on the wall in Kelnarin. Rearrange one word. And then the doors close and the room becomes dark again. Unless you guys cast light or just, if you can see in the dark, you're fine.
Dark vision, I do.
Yeah, if you have dark vision, you're fine. If you don't, you can't see anything. But
Alright, well, what do I see with the 10 and dark vision?
you see that writing on the wall, and you're stuck in a small room.
Alright, so
Juan.
let's rearrange the term one word. And see
Juan.
that makes it another word.
Juan says new door. Do you say that out loud? Yeah. Juan says new door out loud, and a new door
That
appears.
does rearrange properly, yes.
New door appears. You guys move on to the next room. You guys are so good at riddles. You guys are riddle champions. So you guys have been passing through a lot of rooms that have had a couple of dead bodies. You reach room 7. There appears to be a lot of dead bodies, and you seem to be in an alchemical, what looks like a workshop. It's got like a cauldron and all kinds of tubes and pipes and beakers and shit. And they have alchemical treasures, so if you guys want to snatch some of the treasures in this room, there are all kinds of alchemical bombs and things like that. If you want some, let me know, and I'll roll
I'm an
them.
alchemist.
Yes, I want.
Alright, you guys want to go and snatch stuff? I'll look and see what's in this room really quick.
A greedy son of a bitch. I want lots of things.
Alright, I'll tell you what there is. A beaker of brimstone, a beaker of ginger extract, a beaker of gold, a beaker of magnesium,
Ooh, that'll make a pretty color light.
a beaker of phosphorus, a beaker of quicksilver,
Ooh.
a beaker of salt, and a beaker of silver. They have 2 bars of iron, 1 bar of steel, 1 bar of platinum.
Ooh.
Oh, just take the bar plasma.
Oh, yeah? I doubt that. Well, yeah, you're not going to want anything else out of there, really.
And then Ramses can read. It's dark in the room again, of course, unless someone creates a light. But if all you guys have low light vision or dark vision, you're probably fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, blue light.
we're good.
All right. So on the wall, Ramses can read. Ramses can read this alchemical riddle. It says, "I am periodically 79. They tried to make me from 29. Add me to 80, and I appear 47 temporarily. What am I?" Then you'll notice that in the room there's a cauldron, and beneath the cauldron is a riddle that says, "I do not live, but I grow. I need air, though I have no lungs. Watch me dance, but beware."
Try to make gold out of iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they get silver for a little bit.
I don't know all the numbers. I'm only about halfway through it.
80 is mercury, 79 is gold, the 47 is silver, or 49, yeah, 47 is silver, and the 29 is iron, or copper.
Yeah, so they took iron to try to make gold, and they used fire to try to make it happen. Alright, so then...
But you need the quicksilver in there as well, as part of something to make it.
Yeah, quicksilver.
So we wouldn't
So
want
you've got a cauldron with a riddle above it, a riddle below it, and you have these vials of different minerals and such you can mix together in the cauldron or whatever you want to do.
Number 9 or 10? We're not that far yet. 8? This is room 7. Brian, what room is this?
This is 8.
This is 7.
This is room 7.
So they try to make... they're saying gold. I'm periodically gold. They try to make me out of iron, add me to mercury, I appear silver for a time.
Alright, is it oxygen?
So quicksilver.
Add me to 80, I appear what for a time?
Silver for a time. So quicksilver.
I want the actual riddle. I don't care about the numbers.
It says, I am periodically 79.
Okay.
They tried to make me from 29. Add me to 80 and I appear 47 temporarily. What am I?
What's a fire? Yeah.
Gold.
I'm a sparkle. I'll cast spark.
You put gold in the cauldron, you cast spark, the gold melts, and melts down into a shape that forms a key mold. Once it cools, it becomes a key, and you have a key to open the next door.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the magnesium and the phosphorus if no one cares.
Yeah, grab whatever you want in this
Grab
room.
that.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of dead people around if you want.
Alright, I want the quicksilver.
If you guys want 500 gold worth of
get
equipment
that?
each that you're just gonna sell, that's fine with me. Just junk equipment that you're not gonna keep.
Alright, I'm dibs on the quicksilver. The gold's gone.
I'm gonna take.
I'll take the brimstone.
Alright, I got the magnesium and the phosphorus.
Yeah. And Tom, you wanted the platinum?
Platinum's worth about 1,000 gold.
Yeah. Well, we're taking all the other alchemical stuff.
Alright, so you guys
yeah.
have a key.
So
Yeah.
I'll take the 2 bars.
I'm gonna take 2 bars of iron, you may.
I'll take this bar of silver.
Go for it. That's worth about 500 gold. Or 400 gold.
I'll take that bar of soap.
There's no soap.
Irish fruit.
Alright.
You guys into the next room, the door closes behind you. Anyone with dark vision or low light vision can see there's a very large sphere, about 5 foot in diameter, in the middle of the room.
Alright.
And in the wall in front of you, there's about a 5 foot hole, the same size as this sphere.
Okay. Is anything written anywhere?
There is something written in Kelnar on the wall. There are 2 lines, one above the other. The first line says, stand, take, to, get. And the second line is, to, you, throw it.
Is that T.O.?
TW.
Sure.
T-O.
Either one. I don't care. It's Kelnaran, so you wouldn't be able to tell. Because it's truncated, so it's probably just T-O. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Even Ramses would have trouble determining which 2 they were trying to speak of, because Kelnaran's a very truncated language. They take out letters when they're not necessary. So it seems like they want you to understand it with or without letters. Yeah. Stand, take, to, get, to, you, throw it. And like I said, it's about a 5 foot diameter sphere and a 5 foot diameter hole in the wall in front of you.
You just push the damn thing. Sphere. What is this sphere made of?
Appears to be made of some sort of rock.
So we have to go. It's like baseball. We have to go over to the hole and stand by the hole in order to take it. You know, to get the sphere thrown at us.
Yeah, if you
And
stand
then we
up
have
and
to just get out of the way so the sphere goes into the hole and then the door
I
opens.
mean, the hole appears to be like high up on the wall above the sphere. And you guys are down on the ground. So
Oh,
the
okay.
hole appears to be like 20 feet above you, like high up.
So maybe it's basketball, and we have to toss the hole into the ball into the hoop.
Or does Bleak have Harriet with him?
Yeah, of course.
Can't you climb up with Harriet and throw the sphere in the hole?
Yeah, I can totally do that. I mean, assuming I can move the sphere. I mean, yeah.
You want Harry to climb the wall and try a strength check with webbing or something and try to pull it up, or?
Yeah.
Alright,
do
roll me a
that.
strength check for Harriet.
So nat 20.
Even with that, the sphere appears immovable. You can't seem to tug it. Even with a natural 20 for Harriet's strength, you cannot seem to pull it. The sphere does not want to move off the ground.
Oh.
But Pleeg is up near the hole now. It's about a 5-foot hole.
Okay, well, I'm going to roll a perception check because I perceive the shit out of things. And that's
Natural
another
20.
nat 20. I perceive the shit out of
Now that
things.
Pleeg is up there, Pleeg feels like she could probably just crawl through the hole and get to the next room.
Oh. Oh my god. The temptation is so rich.
Yeah.
So I'll let everyone know that I think, I can see the way to the next room through this hole.
Alright, please let you guys know that you can probably just crawl through this hole if you can get up there.
I can fly up there. I
It's
can.
about 20 feet up, so if you can have a climb check, or if you can fly, or any way to get you up there, you're fine, or a grappling hook.
Yeah, I'll do a climb check.
And roll it for me.
I can just.
You're just Iransi, you can just climb the wall. You have wall climb.
So I just won't have the rope and I'll help.
You'll pull everybody up? Alright, so all you guys enter the next room.
Wow.
Yeah. Had you decoded the riddle? If you put the words on top of each other in 2 lines, stand, take, to, get, to, you, throw it, becomes to understand, you undertake, to overthrow, get over it.
Yeah, I actually had it written up almost like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the riddle, but you guys figured it out without the riddle, so. You guys make it to room 9.
Alright.
So the doors close behind you, and so the one opens up behind you, and so you guys go to the next room because you guys are going forward, not backward. You enter room 9, and as soon as the door closes, a timer begins counting down from 10. You have 10 seconds. There are 3 levers on the wall in front of you.
Perception check, real quick.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Roll it.
30 seconds.
You got 10 seconds, so.
Natural 20.
All right. You see 3 levers, and you see the floor here is made of sand, and you see several dead bodies buried underneath the sand, like people have been trapped here before. Not much else. 3 levers, a timer counting down from 10.
3 was right there, and I'll pull.
It's now like on 3 now.
Yeah, I don't pull lever. Everyone pull a lever, I guess.
Or do we just pull one?
Perception on what body's under what lever, if we can do that real quick before the timer runs out.
It seems to be a small pile of bodies, probably about 5, or all around the room. Not necessarily near the levers.
Alright, let's pull all 3.
I guess so, yeah.
Alright, we run up and pull 3 of them.
Alright, you pull all 3 levers. Sand falls down from the roof, and now you guys are up to your ankles in sand. And the counter restarts at 10.
Alright. Let's go through and start pulling one at a time. Starting from the left. What do you guys think? Yay?
Yes.
Alright, start from the left. Pull one at a time.
Alright, you pull the left lever. More sand falls from the roof. You're now about below the waist, like right at your peen. Right at the tip of your peen when it's dangling. You're like right at that level of sand.
You guys cool? Keep moving on down the line?
The counter restarts when you pull the first lever.
Don't pull anything. Let's wait till what happens when the counter gets to 0.
Alright.
Yeah, because sand's just going to keep falling, so obviously that doesn't... You don't know that.
You guys wait till the counter gets to 0?
Yeah.
You guys wait till the counter gets to 0, a door opens. You guys are fucking riddle masters. Fuck you guys. I hate all you guys, and I never want to play this game again. You guys enter a next room. You see a door that has a face on it. And above the door it says in Kelnarin, Ramses can read this to you. First of all, you must act politely. Second most, you must delight me. And on the door there's a door knocker with a face who's got like a nose ring that's really big, and that's like the door knocker for the door.
Polite to knock, and then we should probably do that while picking his nose. He might have some boogers up there.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Juwan has an idea.
Hand raised.
Juwan, what do you have to say, Juwan?
Knock knock joke.
Yes, indeed.
Funny shit.
Is there a funny check? Let's all do it.
Alright, so I think you guys have solved the riddle. So, what do you do with this door knocker?
Mom's idea, she's got to tell them.
Yeah.
Alright, so you come up and you knock the door knocker, I assume? And the door knocker says, who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
Moo.
Alright, so that makes the door laugh and it opens. You guys are welcome to go in the next room.
Alright.
Thanks to Juwan's interrupting cow moo joke. You are now in room 11.
Last room!
So make an 8x8 grid, and then on an XY axis, tell me where everybody is.
And we've got, who else is in there with us?
Juwan, Jacques, Pleek, Froderick, Kit.
Yeah, I got Trojan and Cersei right there in the middle. Juan and Jacques will be right here.
You're probably a Kit nearby them as well.
Alright. Right there. And then Pleek over here, I suppose.
So, square 1-6.
Alright, 1-6. Cross this out.
That stone sinks beneath the floor and is just now just like quicksand. So that stone is now gone. That stone has disappeared.
Okay.
Next stone that disappears is 4-4.
Wait, do we get to move or anything?
Yeah, every round you can move if you want to.
Oh, hey, let us have a move round before you drop another.
Well, that one didn't attack any of you, so I figured you were fine. So that's 4-4, and then if you guys want to move after I do 4-4, you can.
Yeah, because I think I would freak out after that first one drops.
So just a normal move action. Can we do a perception to see what's in the room, though?
Yeah, you may.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any info yet besides 8x8.
I got a 18 plus 2, so that's 20.
We got a 17.
I got a 23.
I'll say that Ramses can read in Kelnarin. If you don't sink through the floor, you will face the Minotaur.
I'm going to cast Full Strength on myself. I'm going to cast Eagle Splendor on myself.
I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
So I'm casting Full Strength on myself.
I'll cast Owl's Wisdom on myself. I'm doing all this casting shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to fight a Minotaur, we all need to prep for a quick, whatever. I think I'm going to just move forward a little
Where's
bit.
the door? We have to fight the Minotaur first, and then we get to go to the door. Probably.
I think it's just going to be fucking chance. Brian's just rolling dice, so it's not like I'm the step on one. And if I do, it's whatever. I'm Vortiga right now. Actually, I'm a Ronsi, so I'm going to go on the wall. Man.
Yeah, I'm going to climb on the ceiling.
Alright, so everyone that's wall climb is safe from the sinking floor.
Yeah. Can I throw a rope up to Osk and ask him to help pull me? And
as long as Osk is strong enough to pull you up, that's fine with me.
I will have Harriet shoot a web down to Cersei because I still feel like I need to keep Cersei.
Alright.
So Cersei's got a web to grab onto if anything goes astray.
I'm going to, are you very heavy? You can try.
I rolled 6-5, so go ahead and mark out square 6-5.
6, not 5 up here. Alright. Are you on the side wall over here? Should I move you over to the side?
I'm on the ceiling, just like directly above you.
So if you want to get like a empty dice case to make like the flying type thing, you know.
I have
to indicate that she's out on the floor.
Harriet has run, so I can go 150 per turn. So we can just be at the door if we want to be, like right now. We can just be at it.
I rolled 3-5. That square disappears.
Does anything come up after these squares disappear? Or do they just
no, the stones just sink into the sand, and it appears to be quicksand underneath the stones.
Okay.
Spider climbing.
Next is 3-7. Juan casts Spider Climb on herself and rescues herself from the sinking floor. So Juan's now also safe. You guys will move her to a safe spot or put her on a thing or whatever you need to do to indicate that she is safe.
Do you cast Spider Climb on Jacques and Kit?
Well, I'll do it on Kit, but I don't think it helps to do it on Jacques.
He's asleep.
Asleep.
So it's going to float into the thing.
I got a 3-7 for the next square.
That one's already gone.
Oh, that's lucky.
Yeah.
I got a 7-2.
Yeah. I'm going to move that
8 square.
up
8x8.
4. Also,
5 feet.
I'm going to have to
It's
try
5
and
feet wide.
stab my... You have a
spear
long
or
spear,
something.
yeah.
40 by 40, and I am a 5, so that's 50 by 50. I cast, for one standard action, I cast Transmute Rock to Mud across the entire floor, turning all the quicksand into solid rock. Or, sorry, Transmute Mud to Rock. Sorry, I said rock to mud. Transmute mud to rock. I turn.
So
all
over
the
the next 10 minutes, all these stones sink into the ground, but they immediately become rock right away because Please catches the spell. So that even though that this floor should be becoming quicksand over this period of time, it remains stone. And then a door opens at the end of the hallway, and there is a Minotaur waiting to fight you guys. So roll for initiative.
Oh man!
I got a 12.
I got 11, so if you beat 11, you go before the Minotaur.
I got a 50.
And
Remember what
always
So
go last.
everyone goes, and then Plee goes last after the Minotaur.
Always go last.
Pleek's got such good rolls, except for initiative. It seems like you do really well, except for during battles. You're like, no, I'll wait. Everyone else, you guys go ahead and attack, and I'll wait till see what happens, and then I'll attack. It's probably not, that's not a bad thing, really, because you get to like see how things work, and then be like, no, I'll be the guy.
12, alright, so it's gonna go Tom, me,
Liz?
Will, Minotaur,
Yes, dear. 9.
Fleet,
You got a 9. So yeah, you and Pleat go last after the Minotaur, but everyone else goes before the Minotaur. So if you guys want to attack this Minotaur in the room, you may.
You want to try it. Does Minotaur have any weapons? Go last. Yeah, let's roll.
You want to roll a perception check? Look at him.
Perceptions.
Natural 20. I got a 20 on my perception. I got 30.
Yeah, he's carrying a masterwork great axe and appears to be guarding an entrance to a great lair, like a labyrinth. He's guarding the entrance to a labyrinth, basically.
Alright, well this is what I'm going to do, Brian.
Okay.
I am going to cast Burning Disarm on him. So that causes metal objects to instantly become hot. If he's holding it, he gets a reflex. Reflex negates, but he still drops it. If he doesn't get a reflex, he's going to take 1d4 of damage per caster level, and then he drops the weapon.
I rolled only a 10 on reflex, so I think it's going to hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, alright, so then I'm going to get 1d4 per caster level, so that's going to be 2d4. 1. So that's 4 damage, and then he drops the weapon.
Alright, he drops his weapon.
Yeah.
He's still blocking the entrance to the maze.
Does Frenzy, does it count towards magical attacks, or is it only for melee?
I think that's only melee attacks. I could be wrong. You want to look and check, but I'm pretty sure Frenzy sounds like just a melee thing. Seems like Frenzy would interfere with magic because you can't concentrate. I think most magic requires some sort of concentration.
Well, it says it functions as haste for 3 rounds, and I'm staggered for 1.
It's an orc thing, right?
It's the Aransi thing.
I'll allow it. Go for it, magic. You can magic a couple rounds as long as you're fucked up for a round afterwards. I don't care.
Well, I get it for 3 rounds, and then I'm staggered for 1 round after that.
Okay, so do 3 rounds, then be staggered. Whatever you want to do, man. I don't care. I love you.
Okay. I'll be in a frenzy then, I guess. And then so for my second attack, what I'm going to do is use go for a hand and take the weapon. I've got 2 options. So I can do an abrupt maneuver as a disarm, but he doesn't hold it anymore.
He already dropped it, so that doesn't work.
So I can do a careful maneuver as a sleight of hand, which I don't really have to do either. So I could use one or the other to just take the weapon and bring it closer to me. I'm kind of interpreting a little bit.
Alright, it's kind of a stretch, but I'll allow it.
Alright, and there's no saving throw on that.
Okay, so you just grab the great axe.
Yeah, so grab the great axe and I brought it to me.
Okay, so you have the great axe now.
Yeah, so I disarmed the Minotaur. Yay! Alright, I think I'm going to use Final Strike. Ready? Cool back. Yeah, Pet, now you can first attack. Yeah. Since I'm already up ahead right here, I know. Yeah. Is he evil? Can I do detect alignment real quick, Brian?
Sure.
Is he evil?
No, he's lawful neutral.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Classic Minotaur.
Classic Minotaur. He's just guarding a maze, man. He's just doing his job.
No, I don't blame him for that. Okay.
He's just a working man.
So, then I'm going to cast on myself. I'm going to use, because I have that spirit combination instead of not having a familiar. I have a familiar spirit that's bonded to my weapon. And I bonded it to my,
Your ghost weapon?
yeah, my long sword, the temple long sword that I have. So I'm going to activate that spirit and call him down because I get to use that, I think, 3 times a day. Yeah, so I'm going to use that. And that gives me a +2 enhancement bonus to the weapon. And I'm going to run an attack with my longsword. And I'm going to use a mythic point on the damage if I land the attack.
Okay.
So I have the 2 attacks. So my first one's going to be with my enhancements. And the first attack's going to be a 21.
That's a hit.
Okay. And I'm going to just go ahead and roll the second attack with the BAB. Plus 6 already. 7 plus 8, so that's 19 on the second one.
Also a hit.
Okay. And I'm going to use on my damage roll. Let me get my mythic sheet out. I'm going to use my display of strength mythic point ability, which gives me plus 20 strength, so a plus 10 modifier to a damage roll.
What the fuck?
It's display. You know that's my mythic ability.
I know, this is fucked up. Go for it. This is so fucked up.
I've got that. That's on the first one, so I could use it on both attacks.
Of course you could. I get it. You're so mythic.
You made me this way, Brian.
I did make you mythic. That's why you're on the way to see the power, dog. If you just weren't a spirit in a hobgoblin body.
I'm just trying to get out of this fucking hobgoblin. I hate this body. So that with the additional strength, that's going to be a plus 14 on the damage with the D8 roll.
Alright, roll it.
Okay, so I had the 1 and then an 8, so that's 9 plus 14 on the first hit, and that is
23.
23, yeah. So 23 on the first hit. So,
23.
Yeah.
47 damage.
Yeah, 47 damage.
Melee characters are so complicated. It takes forever to figure this stuff out.
So I will strike,
Yeah.
which
I hate it.
is, as long as I have a BAB long sword. And can I use the plus my CMB to trip,
You
right?
can roll it. Yeah, you can roll it. Roll plus CMB to trip after you hit, yeah.
Double damage.
It's part of your move with that weapon, so.
And that is going to be 18 plus 13, so that's going to be a 31 to trip.
That works.
But he's prone.
He's prone. You've knocked out a Minotaur, Pat. You fucking kicking a Minotaur's ass, dude.
Are you done?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
You guys. Why did I make you guys so powerful? I regret everything I ever did now.
That's it.
Only 47 damage and knocked him on his ass. No big deal.
Morgan, like I was just right there.
Brian, I think it was supposed to be, I forgot to roll for Frodrick. He got like a 16, so he would be next, I think, and then Cersei should be after him, I believe.
That's fine.
Since I'm controlling them both, would it be okay for Frodrick to step down so Cersei can do something first?
That's fine, yeah. They can go out of order. That's fine.
Cersei's going to cast Next Misfortune on the Minotaur. He gets a will save. He's got to beat a 21.
I got a 16 plus 5, so I got a 21.
No, he hit it. That's
Just
21
barely.
on the dot.
Yeah, just barely. So yeah, just barely made it.
Oh well. I tried.
Yeah.
Frodrick's going to walk up and hit him twice while he's laying down. Let's see here. That's a BAB of 17. That takes it to 17. And he's prone.
17 is a hit with reflex save, which I fail, and he's prone still already, so yeah, you're good.
Alright, so I'll roll for the second attack, and then we'll see if there's more damage. That's going to be, that's 19. So
They're both hits, so yeah.
both hits. Alright. That's going to be 11. And, no, 11 and so that's 9, so 20 damage to Minotaur on the ground.
Alright.
I knew I had something.
So you have plus 4 damage.
Whose turn is it?
Now it should be either the Minotaur or
I think it's
Liz or
Alright, the
Clete.
Minotaur vanishes.
Does anyone have true sight?
I have see invisibility or something like that.
Invisibility.
I don't know if I have that actually.
Oz, do you have anything? Fleet, do you have anything? Detect invisibility?
Detect magic.
True sight? Anything?
Is the weapon still in front of me?
Yeah, you still have his weapon, but the Minotaur's vanished.
Damn it.
If you guys want to roll a perception, you could probably pick. I mean, even if you were really low, you could probably pick up the fact that he vanished into the maze. Yeah. So he went into the maze that you guys are supposed to follow him into, basically.
Oh, did he? But he didn't like go invisible.
No, it's like vanished. He's like teleported into the maze, basically. He just went deeper into the maze. So you have to either come after him to kill him or leave him alone, type of thing.
Yeah, we should definitely go into the maze.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be 11 riddles and then a freaking crystal. I didn't know we were going to have to go through a maze, too.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Alright,
So
we need to leave a path.
I can have Harriet leave a trail of silk. She can just like make some webbing behind us. We might move a little bit slower.
That's the easiest way, I guess.
But it's a physical trail of silk.
I don't know how spider butts work, so I'd have to Wikipedia it before I can say how much thread she can make before you guys run out, but... I assume it's some distance.
We can throw stacks of webbing at each turn. That way...
Splorp.
Yeah, just like splorp a big blotch of webbing that directs an arrow that marks the turn we should make.
Yeah, I mean, and also, Will has Chalk.
Wait, Harriet's a pretty big spider, right?
Yeah, giant spider. She's like
she's as big as Morgan is.
So I think your average, like, 1-inch size spider can squirt out, like, 50 feet of webbing a day to make a web.
So we're probably talking about like 5,000 feet, probably.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay. Harriet's
You
pretty boss.
extrapolated that into, like, a 10.
She got a lot of butt splooge, so I'll allow it if you guys want to do it. I'm never really against anything until I feel like making you guys die.
Okay. Well,
Until then, I'm usually fine with whatever. And then it's like, well, I gotta kill these guys now because we're getting away with too much shit.
I like the spider thing, so let's do that.
Alright. That'll be one of the things I'll let you guys get away with until I get fed up with it. And then I'll try and kill you again. So you guys make a spider web to follow through this maze. Roll me 3 wisdom saves, whoever has the highest wisdom check, because it's probably your best leader.
I mean, that's probably me right now because I have Val's wisdom on myself.
So what's your wisdom modifier?
Right now it's 18.
The modifier is 18?
Oh, sorry, no.
No, the modifier's 4.
Sorry. Yes.
The modifier's 4.
Modifier is
anyone that has a 4 or near a 4 can roll and see. Whoever has the highest is going to lead, basically. Lead the rest of you through the maze.
I've only got 2.
I mean,
but then Pleek rolled an 8, so you might still want to roll. Because Pleek's only got a 12.
I've got a 17.
Alright, so Austin might want to lead the way. Whoever has the highest wisdom roll right now is going to lead the way.
You got a 17, so you're only a +3.
I'm a +3.
So he's a +4. Let's let him lead the way.
But he rolled an 8, so only got a 12 total.
Oh, okay.
He rolled lower.
Yeah,
So, I mean, the roll still matters a whole lot. That's like 20,
yeah.
That's 20 of the numbers that it could be, so...
Yeah, I got a 15.
If you roll a natural 20, you'll be the leader. But
I
so
have
everyone can roll.
I have a bad roll.
Yeah,
I
everyone
have
can
a
roll.
good modifier.
You have
but
a great
I have
modifier, bad roll.
Alright, I got a 17 in total.
Alright, so it looks like Austin's going to lead the way through this maze. Which means...
Engineering would be great, too.
I got that.
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't know what I'm knowledge of engineering game. General dungeon stuff. I mean, I got a 16 on my knowledge engineering check.
Alright, this is something that you're not familiar with, but that you might have heard of in your days of being an Ergothoan. This is known as what is known as a morphic maze. So it changes.
Okay. That sounds amazing.
So you feel like the shape is changing even as you guys are walking through it. And that's what you're able to pick up. Not a whole lot other than the fact that the maze is changing shape.
Is it kind
Constantly.
of like is it legitimately moving, or is it a virtual illusion like...
It's a real maze, and the pieces seem to be, like, relocating themselves. Via some sort of magic means, like, pieces of the mazes are teleporting together and recombinating in different combinations. And creating different pathways.
Disable device on it and it busts the fucking maze.
If it was a device and not a magical thing, yes. But since it's some sort of magical maze, some sort of something created by whatever great wizard buried this temple probably created this as like a security device.
Is that a curse?
It's something.
Remove curse.
It seems to be powered by the magic that powers the crystal. It seems to be like a crystal-powered maze. So unless you have the crystal, you're not going to be able to figure out, not going to power this maze.
Yeah, can I look at my tattoo and it'll point us towards the most valuable thing in proximity and start going the way the bird dances?
It'll point behind you.
No. What are we missing? What's so valuable back there?
Your left.
The great ass.
We're all about lives.
And it might define value differently than you. Like, as far as, like, the crystals go, like, they're a big crystal, but they're not something that, like, no one knows about them. They're not, if you have them, they're very valuable, but if not, it's not a thing that you can sell in the open market. So it has no, like, monetary value. while it does give you power and great, influence, most people don't know about them. So as far as the crow is concerned, it's probably pointing to the gems behind you. Like, it's probably like, gems, there are gems back there. Like, the crow's going to point to gems and gold more than it points to anything else in most circumstances, unless there's like a really valuable item. And while the crystal is probably worth a lot of money, no one's ever sold one of those magic crystals, so it's hard to determine the worth of those things. It has one of those, like, what do you call, not worthless, it's priceless. There's no price on the crystal, so it's hard to determine the value of it.
Can I use Vortiga, try and go into Vortiga's recesses of her mind and see if there's anything in the realm of knowledge of engineering potentially that could do something?
Roll it. I like all kinds of rolls.
What kind of base walls have we got?
Oh, that's awful.
Just imagine them shifting.
That's only that's only going to be a 6, so yeah, no.
Yeah, other than the idea that, like, because you've experienced the wall on East and West Linya, so you have some idea of some magical architecture ideas, and this is something maybe you would have, like, heard about, but you don't know how it works or anything like that, but you might have heard of the idea of a wall like this, or a maze like this before, but you have no idea how it works, or, the makeup of it or anything like that.
I just think we should just keep going forward. Yeah, let's just start walking.
Alright, you guys head forward through the maze.
Can I use hair to climb on the walls to the ceiling? Or, do these walls go all the way up to the ceiling?
They go all the way up to the ceiling, yep.
Alright, so then...
Traditional labyrinth-style maze.
Okay. So
just walls with separate openings.
All the way up to the ceiling, so I can't, see over the walls or anything like
that?
Nope. Okay.
Not a hedge maze, an actual maze.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, are the walls shifting in such a manner that if, Osk or Fleek were on them, they would potentially get squished into shifting and reforming of the room?
The walls seem to shift whenever you leave a certain area. So they seem to remain static when you're in an area, and then whenever you seem to, like you guys, if you kept walking right now and kept following a path, every 30 or 40 feet or so, as soon as you left an area, the area behind you would change.
So we couldn't keep our right hand on the wall and end up in the center of the maze.
There seems to be like 30 or 40 by foot areas that are stagnant, and it like those little puzzles where you slide a picture together to make it until it becomes a picture. It's it seems like that. It seems like every time you leave an area, it moves, and you're probably not far from where you were before, but it's definitely a different rearrangement of the tiles of this dungeon.
I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you detect lots of magic.
All over.
All over. This seems to be a very powerful magic, as much as the type generated by the crystal on Reyes. This seems to be that kind of magic. This seems that this maze is held together by crystal power.
Spell magic? I know it's not going to probably work on the scale that we need. Brian, would the spell magic work at all?
It might work to disable a small portion of the maze that you just passed through. So if you left one area and went to another area and you wanted to hold the area right behind you for a period of time, it might work for a short period of time on the place you just left. But you couldn't dispel the whole maze, you don't think.
Can I ask, what is happening to Harriet's webbing while the walls shift?
It is shifting with them. So whenever you guys leave an area, that webbing will travel with that part of the maze wherever it goes.
So it's like stretching, we can still travel back.
You can still get back to it, but there's no way to prove that's the way to go anymore because now the maze has been reassembled in a different order.
Yeah, but assuming we follow the webbing, it'll always lead to more webbing, which will lead back to the room.
Not if every 40 feet can shift. So the webbing will go from one room to another, but then if these two rooms separate and move somewhere else, the webbing goes from here to here, but then doesn't continue into the next.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So the webbing.
Rooms are moving around.
The webbing trick can no longer function for us. Sorry.
I've got a bracer. Yeah, I got one now.
I do not have a bracer.
Want to say something?
I could totally use a bracer if you want to give me one. I could buy one from you.
Just putting that out there.
No one has ever offered Pleek a bracer. I'm still on the.
I will say that Cersei took hers off last game.
What? When? What?
Didn't you put on those new bracers? The bracers of armor?
Arms, dog.
Bracers of armors? Bracers of armors is 2 bracers. You have to wear them on both arms for them to be effective.
Well, then I did not want to do that.
All right. You keep the other bracer? All right, there you go. Then no.
The bracer of armor.
Then she does not get the extra armor bonus. Yeah, bracers of armor are 2 bracers you have to wear at the same time, and that will take up your arm slot.
I ain't doing that. I'm keeping that bracer on, yeah.
All right, well, you still have that other bracer then.
Alright, well, what I can say is that we can walk further apart so that we have a longer distance of wall that is going to be unshifted. It's not going to shift with us there, right? And there's 8 of us.
I got an arcane eye that I can send out.
I would say, roll me a knowledge arcana before you do that, Osk.
I'll roll that too.
Yeah, anyone that has it.
That's a 30.
All right, with a 30, you would like the idea that Osk is proposing, but you would also think that while that is true, because you're all in a group right now, the area around you is not changing. You're afraid if you separate and you get far enough apart, because it seems to be happening in like 30 or 40 foot increments when the walls shift, that if you guys got 30 or 40 foot apart, you might get magically separated from each other.
Alright, let's not do that.
So while the area around, you're right, the area around you wouldn't change. The area around someone else, might, if you guys get far enough apart, you might become separated.
We're fucking in it, so we just gotta keep going.
Yeah, we can just keep going, or we could stay about 30 feet apart with an eyesight and look around corners and see, like, hey, is there anything around that corner?
That looks familiar.
Around that corner? No.
At least make sure you're not backtracking, because you could end up walking back towards rooms that already have spider. Because that'd be the one thing with the spider web, at least you've already marked the rooms you've already been in. Although with things changing, I don't know if that matters much. So
I don't know. I guess let's just keep walking.
All right. Someone roll me a survival check. Anyone got really good survival? That would help.
I've got a decent survival. Except that I rolled a 1.
All right, Oz leads you back into a room that already has spiderweb in it. Because he was leading.
Alright, do you want me to roll another survival check?
You can, or you can roll wisdom or survival will get you out of this kind of situation, really.
Alright, I rolled a natural 20 and my survival is a plus 8.
Alright, you're able to lead, but looks like more forward down the path of this maze. But now you hear the clunking hoofs of the Minotaur nearby.
Bring it on. Let's call those.
You don't see him, but you definitely hear him clunking around in this maze.
I've got tremor sense, so I want that to lead me to where he is.
Alright.
And that's a 16 on perception.
Alright, you follow the sound. Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
I got an 11, so.
Cersei gets a 15.
I got a 19.
Anyone that beats 11 can fight this Minotaur first.
I got a natural 19 plus.
I got a 12! I got a 12! Fleek beat it by 1. What'd you get, Juan?
I got a 21.
Initiative?
Yeah.
Frozen got a 12.
I think everyone beat 11.
Yeah.
Did you beat 11, Juan? No. So Liz will go last. But everyone else will go, and then the Minotaur will go, and then Juan will go.
I got a 21, so I'll go first.
Okay.
Did you roll for Rodrigue's will?
Yeah, I did. He got a 12, so he goes he goes last before the Minotaur.
Alright, well I'm not going to forget to use my full strength modifier on this one, so I'm going to, first perception, does he have his weapon again? Because did he pick his weapon up when he got knocked prone?
No, he said the weapon
away.
No, he has no weapon still. You guys took his weapon. He took his great axe.
So yeah, I'm going to do the same attack as last time, with, my weapon focus, vital strike, and my bull strength that I casted on myself earlier. The first attack is going to be a 15 plus...
That's a hit.
Yeah.
If it's more than plus 2, which I'm sure it is, it's a hit.
Yeah, it's way more than that.
Yeah, I thought so. That's a hit.
On my second attack roll. Natural 19 on the second attack roll, so that is a critical with the long sword.
Alright, roll to confirm. Ooh.
Natural 20 confirmed!
Alright, well that'll do critical damage, and that'll do bleed damage, so whatever you're doing is going to leave a wound for sure. A bleeding, gaping wound. You're not hitting armor and just hurting him, you're actually piercing skin, so.
Good. Well, that's on the second attack roll. The first attack roll, I'm still using Vital Strike.
Alright.
So that gives me the 2 attacks. Yeah, I roll my 2d8s and then I add my strength bonus. That's 6, 7, so that's 13, plus my strength bonus of 6. So that is going to be 19. So then you roll a 4 for your crit, right? Well, no, critical wipes out vital strikes. So
your next roll you roll the critical on.
Well, yeah, but critical just vital strike. It says right here, these extra weapon damage dice are not multiplied on the critical hit, but are added to the total. So I will just add 2 extra.
But that was on your first attack. Your second attack, you rolled a critical.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, so I'd roll 4 on this 4d8 on this one. Since it's times 2 on the critical.
Sounds like he would only do 2 on the first and then another 4 on the second.
Yeah. So, alright, so I'll roll 4d8 and then add my strength modifier. 7, 9, that's gonna be 17, 20 plus 6. So that's 26. The first one was 13. So that is 39 damage.
Right.
Plus bleed.
Yeah,
Plus
bleed.
bleed.
And
Plus
I'm going
bleed.
to roll the truck again.
Alright, roll plus C and B.
That's only going to be a 17.
That is not going to be enough.
Yeah.
Trip the Minotaur.
Is that the first person?
But I've done, almost done, I've done like 74 points of damage.
You did a lot of damage. I'm not going to negate that. There's a lot of damage that has been done. Correct.
Yeah, can I do a perception to see if he's breathing heavy or...
That definitely knocked the wind out of him. For sure.
Alright.
Who's next?
Yeah. Keep going.
Alright, I got a 19 on my initiative, so I'll go next. Oh god.
Melee the fuck out of something.
Yeah. I might do that. Or I might just pull my longbow and shoot at him, because I haven't used that in a really long time.
You can say bro.
Yeah, I guess Or actually, I wouldn't even... Hold on. I have a knowledge... With knowledge engineering, would I know if Minotaurs are sensitive to the light?
Yeah, if you roll it.
20. A natural 20.
Not necessarily. Not like a lot of other Dragoon creatures are. So a lot of creatures do better in the dark. Minotaurs seem to be okay either way. Other than the fact that like an extremely bright light might stun them for one round, that might be all you get out of it. But that would be any creature mostly, because it's stunning or startling.
Give him a brightness in his face to try to blind him, so that he's gonna.
You can do that to stun him for a round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say it.
Yeah, nim. I'm gonna point at his face.
Alright, I'll roll a save, which I rolled a 6 plus 5 is only 11, so that's not enough to do fortitude on that, so he cannot handle it. So he takes a round of startly.
Nice.
So for a round, you guys have bought yourself an extra attack.
Alright. Who's next? Is it Cersei, then Frodrick?
Yeah, I went first.
Alright, would I know, can I roll like a knowledge nature to see if I know if the Minotaurs can speak common, or if they can speak at all?
Yeah.
Alright.
Solid 16. I've tried to talk to it.
It's 19.
The only language Minotaurs speak are like a lot of like variants of giant languages.
I speak giant.
So yeah, you might be able to speak to the Minotaur, but you don't know that because you didn't roll it. Cersei can tell you that if she wants, but
It's okay.
those are the only languages these things can speak.
Alright, I'm going to throw a Mythic Phantasmal Killer.
Showed its worst fears.
Yeah.
Make it face its own fears.
Yeah, let me check out the Mythic version though. I know that it gets a will save and then a fortitude.
Alright, my will's only a 15 and my fortitude's a 8, so I think I failed both of those for you.
Yeah, you failed them both.
So that's gonna work.
Alright, well let me read off what it does, Mythic version. Well, yeah, I wanted to. I have a really sweet spell called Geas, G-E-A-S.
Yeah. Give someone a quest. Give them go do this. Yeah. They have to do it.
And if they don't do it within 24 hours, they start taking ability score.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure it's not non-accidental.
24 seconds. No, because I can't talk to him, that's why I'm going to kill him. That's
how the world works.
Yeah. They don't speak your language, you just have to die. That's politics.
Hey, that's how it's been for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So here we go. Mythic Phantasmal Killer. If it fails the will save, but succeeds in fortitude,
failed both.
Star's mind. But let's see here. Okay, the target's a will save. Recognize the shape is unreal. If that fails, the phantasm touches the object, and the subject must succeed on a fortitude save or die from fear. So it's dead.
Alright, so it dies from fear.
Dies from fear.
Solid.
Heart attack. Heart attack to the Minotaur.
Alright, you killed a Minotaur. You guys get 500 experience each.
I'm gonna cut off.
There's like 10 of you guys. Shut up.
I'm gonna keep the Minotaur penis like from the movie How Your Highness.
That's fine.
Do that.
Can I get some porn?
Yeah, write it down. As long as no one, as long as more than 2 people don't write down porn, you're fine.
I'm gonna scarify the Minotaur's body and sacrifice him and pray to Urgathoa.
Alright. Urgathoa digs that.
Sure she does.
And she will raise the Minotaur from the dead, and it will continue to patrol these walls. But it won't attack you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I've got Animate Undead Lesser, which I can...
Urgathoa already did it.
Yeah. Oh, she already did?
Yeah, she animated it for you. It's continuing to protect the maze. She reanimated it to protect the maze. It doesn't do anything different. It's not following you, but it's protecting the maze from everyone except you guys.
Okay. Well, I would like to cast Command Undead and get him to take us for the motherfucking crystal. Yay.
Okay. He'll lead the way.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
What else did he do?
He takes you to the final room,
Hey.
which is sealed. Yeah, roll a perception check, and then roll me a knowledge history. Remember stuff from the book.
Oh god. Perception check of 13.
I don't know why that one.
And then knowledge, what?
History.
Knowledge history of 17.
Alright, you remember reading the book that this final chamber is guarded by the Great Wizard that was trying to protect this crystal in his mummified form. And he's sworn to protect the crystal, and he's like preserved his life to protect the crystal, so he's not going to let anyone pass. So you have a feeling if you open this last door, you're going to face this mythic mummy-type creature.
Oh, that's lovely.
Well, I'm going to let everybody know that.
Yeah. I've seen the book too, and I could roll a knowledge history to see if it bumps it up anymore.
Yeah, go for it.
Without scrying him at that point.
I mean, I have the book.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Never mind.
You can look at it again if you want.
I got 21.
The legend in the book indicates that a very powerful wizard mummified himself to protect the crystal, and this is like his chamber. This is like the final threshold to cross before you get to the crystal. But he'll be there protecting it. It seems like that's the reason he's kept himself alive, is to keep this crystal safe.
Can we assume or just say that we're resting for now?
Yeah, you guys can rest in this chamber where you are with the Minotaur. He's led you here. He'll probably wander off to regard the maze again once he's led you guys here, but you guys are outside the final chamber. And what we'll do is we'll pick it up right where we left Aristophanes off.
Oh my gosh.
Aristophanes vanished in the woods. He was with you, or he was with, what was Brett's character's name?
Sir Bretley.
Sir Bretley. I think it was that. I think it was Sir Bretley.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
Right, so Aristophanes had gotten separated from the group and went ahead to Norland and escaped the town of Reyes when a bunch of that stuff was going down a long time ago.
I recall there being some danger of apes, too.
Yeah, you were in the forest and there was rumors of apes attacks, but you were hiding beneath some trees and it became quite a misty night. You and Sir Bretley got separated and you vanished in a puff of mist, which was strange for anyone that would have noticed it, although I don't think anyone did, but it was just as strange for you. It's not something you normally do, vanish into puffs of mist.
No.
And that's where we'll pick you up. Aristophanes vanishing in a puff of mist, which is very disorienting at first, and you don't know what's going on, but you feel like the mist is all around you, it's wrapping you up, you feel like you're being bound by this mist, and then you feel like you get knocked unconscious.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And then I need you to roll me a fortitude save to wake up later.
Fortitude to wake up. 17.
Alright, so you do manage to come to, and you find yourself in a hilly area on a small road, surrounded by mist, and you're just picking up all this peripherally because you're somewhat blindfolded, although you can somewhat see through the bottom slats of the blindfold. You're not blindfolded very well, and your hands are bound, but you also feel like your hands aren't bound very well either. But you do know that you are being led. Someone's behind you and kind of like forcing you to go forward down this road, basically, with a weapon to your back. Once you come to.
Can I tell what kind of weapon it is?
Yeah, you roll me a perception check.
How pointy.
You gotta stop rolling up there, bud.
7.
All right, so you can't tell anything other than it feels pointy. It feels very pointy in your back. You could, like I said, through the bottom slats of your blindfolds, you can kind of see the area sort of around you. You see hills and you see like a mist, but the mist is very thick and it's hard to see. And you're being led forward. You're led forward to what looks like larger hills or mountains in front of you.
How many people are around me, can I tell?
With a 7, no. But you know there's at least one person behind you.
Okay. Can I try the vines that hold me, see if I can slip out of them?
Yeah.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Or
would that be sleight of hand?
Or
that'd be
acrobatics?
either sleight of hand or escape artist. Probably one of those. Depending on what you're trying to do. Sleight of hand would be like slipping your hands out of an escape artist would just be like, using your wiles to like jump your feet over it and like find some cool way to escape. Acrobatics would be the same thing, like find some way to jump out of them.
That way you can at least take your blindfold off.
So I'm bound behind.
Yeah, your arms are bound behind your back and you're wearing a blindfold.
Good idea.
And the weapon, the point of the blade is just above your hands on your back.
Just above my hands?
Yeah, your hands are bound together behind you and the blade is just above where your hands are bound together. Like, ushering you forward.
Huh. But it would be really cool if I could pull it off.
Do you have acrobatics?
I do have acrobatics. So can I, do a front flip forward?
Yeah.
Try and slice my binds with this, pointy,
yeah, roll it.
Above my head.
Roll it.
See if I can land on my paws?
Yeah.
I like that. That would be an acrobatics thing, skill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
16.
Alright, that's just barely enough to flip out of it. Roll me a percentage chance to see if it cuts the binds, though.
Yup, 58.
58%.
Alright, so it does at least nick the binds that are holding you. They're not completely torn all the way across, but it's torn some. You feel like you could probably, with your strength, pull them apart on your next turn, which you already did your move this turn, so...
Right. Did I at least land on my feet?
Yeah, you land on your feet. The acrobatics was fine, so you do a front flip forward, and you sort of cut some of the binds that are holding your arms. You're still blindfolded, though, and you're about 5 feet in front of the guy that was had the weapon to your back. Then, moments later, several arrows are loosed from the nearby hills, and they land all around you at your feet.
Can I take the blindfold off real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take off the blindfold and try and figure out what the fuck.
Alright, roll me a perception check with the blindfold off.
20. Not natural.
Alright, but still, that's good enough to see what's going on around you. You see you are facing a gray kitsune, much similar in appearance to yourself, the first other gray kitsune you've ever seen. As you know, you've encountered Jock and Juwan, and they're, of course, red or brownish. But this kitsune is gray like you. He has what looks like a bladed bow with an arrow in it, pointed at you. And you'll also notice up in the hills, the arrows around you came from up in the hills around you. You can't see who shot them, but you know that there must be other of his allies around. Whenever you pull this trick. But you can tell that these guys are very good shots. The way the arrows are lined up around you, they're like in a perfect circle. So it looks like these guys were trying not to hit you. They were all warning shots. They appear to be very good shots. Like, you could tell if they wanted to hit you, they would have. It's so close to your feet. Like, you were like in a perimeter, a cage made of arrows, basically. Like, they're that close to your feet.
Can I tell how many of the kitsune are, like, in front of me now or around me?
There's only one in front of you.
Just the one?
From the amount of arrows, you would guess at least 7 in the hills around you. Well,
Okay,
you can't see them, but
just-
there's enough arrows, and this guy didn't shoot all 7, and they're at an angle that looks like they came from above, so it looks like the guy behind you didn't shoot any of them.
Okay.
He just still has his arrow drawn and his bladed, so he didn't have to shoot the arrow. He didn't have to loose an arrow at you. He still has his ready to shoot if you make any sudden moves.
That bow sounds awesome.
Yeah, I kind of want
Can you do a melee attack with that bow? Just quick.
You can.
Out of game.
Yes, it's a bladed bow. You can do a melee attack with it.
Cool. So it's like a scythe bow almost or something
Yep.
like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's smaller. Oh, my God.
It's a Skyfox assassin bow.
Oh, of course. I hang out with a bunch of fucking Crow Skull thieves. I didn't get... All I got was a tattoo.
Pretty dope tattoo, though. You've used it multiple times.
Well,
You also
I
emptied out a
put
safe. You emptied out a bank safe and got a bunch of stuff. You got some stuff out
and
of
I
it.
got an entire thing of prostitutes.
Yep. So it worked out okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I can't complain.
All right, Aristophanes, what do you do? It is your
Well,
move.
I want to talk to this guy. At least ask him what the hell's going on before I try to engage in a fight I may or may not.
All right, what do you
So
say?
what the fuck? What's going on? Who are you?
He says, my name is not important. What's important is your name. Are you the kitsune known as Aristophanes?
Yes. What if I am? How would you even know who I am?
We've been waiting for you to reappear. We've been looking for you for several years. He says, to me, you are collateral.
What is that supposed to mean?
He says, well, where we're going, you're worth a whole lot. And I'm hoping I can get my money's worth for you.
Just out of curiosity, how much am I worth?
He says, well, the place we're going, one might even argue priceless.
It's not a good sign. Usually you want to get like $1.
It sounds like you're having a tough time getting out of this pickle.
Sounds ominous. I want to ask him who he works for.
Yes, take me to your leader.
He says, I work for the Gorham's Assassins. I'm a follower of Gorham, religiously, and I work as an assassin. Occasionally we do jobs for the Perleone Mafia, but as a follower of Gorham, we follow our temple above all, and I have reason to believe that you are very, very valuable to one of our members.
So I asked, what the hell do I have to do with a follower of Gorham? I worship a different, probably better deity.
He says that's arguable. He says, but if rumors are true, he's taking you to meet your father.
Oh.
So I want to ask, what kind of a family reunion involves me being tied up in?
He says, oh, your father doesn't know you're coming.
So it's a surprise.
So am I supposed to jump out of the cake or something? What exactly?
He says, well, you'll notice I didn't bind you very well or blindfold you very well. I waited here for you to wake up, just to test and make sure it was you and see if the rumors about you were true. You truly do appear to be a great warrior and may fit in among the assassins. He says this was more of a test than anything else. If you would accompany me to your father, I can remove the binds and the blindfold, and you can come willingly.
That yourself. You don't need
He says, or I can knock you unconscious again, and I can just take you and get my reward. It's up to you.
Put them all over again.
Meeting your dad for the first time can be weird. Find out how it goes for Aristophanes and the rest of our heroes next time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.